Yeah, welcome. My nose is all red. Just came in from outside. How you doing? All right, today is week 5, day 1. I was going to make this a power day. Here's what happened last week. Last week I had to go do my taxes. Oh, that one stings. I hate doing my taxes, but hopefully I'm not sure, but I might be able to claim my GoPro and claim my motorbike for the taxes, because I do use them in my videos, not on this channel, but on the other channel. That's the thing, so I'm going to find out if I can get away with that. But because it landed on my day 4, week 4, day 3 day, which was supposed to be my power day, where I was going to try to deadlift like a ridiculous amount of weight. I'm at 225 there. I think I could probably push 300 or lift 300. If not, at least 250. I'm going to try to. My goal is 250, but I'll start off with 300. But I'm not going to do. I was going to do it today because I missed the power day last week, and I did a workout yesterday, or not yesterday. Yesterday I did the week 4 photos, just to show you my progress. But the day before, I did a really quick workout. A lot on the home gym over there. You can see it hiding behind the punching bag. And a mixture of dumbbells, a mixture of barbells. And I kind of rushed it, but I got through, whose workout did I go through? I went through course number 4. So I did like spin-off variations of all this guy's stuff. And today we're with the legendary Lee Haney. He's my instructor for today. This guy's, I remember him as a kid. But anyway, I've got 12 exercises here. The only thing I cheated on the last time I was here, plus for some reason I was just so doggone tired. I have no idea why. Like, it's just, but we've got, and this happens all the time, it's March right now. So end of February, it was giving us that real tease. Oh, look, these days the sun's coming out more and the days are getting warmer. And then it's like, nah, you're not going to fool me this year, Mother Nature. You're just not going to do it. Oh, maybe we'll have an early spring. No. I think it was like 4 inches of snow last night. The sun hasn't been out in a week. We're halfway through, third way through the month, and it's just like gloom and doom every day. It's just so gray. And I think it's just vitamin D depravement. You're sleepy all. And it could be my age too. I mean, I'm in my 40s. It's something I've never done before. Usually, I get up in the morning. Doesn't matter what time, and I don't go down until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I'm up. You know what I mean? But I find myself taking afternoon naps. Now, right after a workout, I go home, and I probably shouldn't do this. I know you're not supposed to do this. I'll have something to eat. And then I'll take like a half an hour, 45-minute power nap. Then I'll go on the internet and do my other work. But it's like I find now, it's like, okay, well, I'll get up. Okay, it's not a workout day. I'll do some reloading. Okay, I'll do my reloading. After reloading, okay, well, it's about an hour before I usually don't go on the internet before 6:30. Just a little after supper time. Sometimes 7. And then it's like, okay, well, it's like 5:30. Okay, well, I'll take a nap around 5:30 to about a quarter after 6, and then I'm good. And I've started to do this nap thing, and I'm like, no, it must be just the time of year. But it also, when it gets really mild like that, you get really damp, wet snow and stuff like that, I find the air just gets thicker, and you find yourself nodding off all the time. But it's not like I don't have energy and I'm alert and wide awake and stuff like that. I feel great. Yes, there has been progress for my workouts. I am starting. Okay, I don't have much of a V shape, but it's beginning. It's 5 weeks in. This is the first day of 5 weeks. Now, today I'm not going to do the power day, but I am going to get back into my regular, even if it's a crappy workout, at least I haven't missed a 3-day thing yet. But I do understand as the weather gets nicer, when I'm out and about going here, going there, I'm probably going to goof a bit. So I want to put in the work now so that if that starts happening, I can make it up somewhere. So what I've got going on is I go a day on, 2 days off, a day on, 2 days off, and that sequence just follows. So I'm never working out the same days each week. And a typical workout is 2 hours to 3 hours. Today I got all the time in the world. I did all my uploading, everything like that. So, although my phone, I don't know if it's my phone or the internet or whatever, but it has been excruciatingly painful to upload the past couple of days. A friend of mine says, here, clear the caches in your phone. I'd never done that. It's the first time it's done it since 2011, right? But this is an older phone. So uploading with the internet around here sometimes wonky, and I think this thing is just wearing out. So it took forever to upload videos today, but I got most of them up. So now I'm here, and the only thing I got left to do today is the rest of my evening research after 6:30, so I don't know what time it is now, but it's probably around, we'll say 2, maybe 1:30, 2 o'clock. I forgot my clock. I should have brought it. And the thing about that is that today I'm going to go through everything, but I'm going to do more sets. When I was here the last time, I didn't do as many sets as I probably should have done. I just kind of like did one set of everything, but I did a really high pace. I'm starting to use this murderous machine a little bit more. I even did a couple of pull-ups. I'm starting to get there. I'm starting to get that strength. I almost curled 240s. I'm now curling the 25-pounder dumbbells. I couldn't do that in the first week. I was having a hard enough time with the 15s, right? That type of thing. So today is just going to be, the way I'm doing it, I've kind of found a little bit of a routine. It doesn't really matter what exercises I do. I do want to do as many varieties as I can, but I'm also throwing in a lot of stuff that I wrote down off the internet and stuff like that. And yes, I have been studying to do better techniques because I know some of my techniques. Some of you watching my first week, you're probably going, "Stop that! You're going to hurt yourself." Some of you guys are. I think exact quotes. "Stop that! You're going to hurt yourself." But that's why I started off with such light weights. Because if you are doing stuff wrong, it takes a while before you figure out what to do and stuff like that. Now I am finding exercises to replace some of these older exercises that people don't do anymore because, to me, I am not interested in hurting myself at all. If you want to see something painful, like fails videos, everybody watch. There's always like motorcycle fails, girls fail, boys fail. Instant karma fail, that type of thing. Skateboard fails. If you watch skateboard fails, you have a cringe factor of about, out of 10, about 11, okay? But if you want to, out of 10, scale of 1 to 10, the cringe factor of watching powerlifting or free gym fails, it's like bones snapping, people puking, blood coming out of people's noses. And, I'm watching some of the 2017 World's Strongest Man. The guy lift 1,100 pounds. These guys nearly take heart attacks right on the spot after doing this. It's just such a load up on the body. They got a whole bunch of people to catch the guy when he puts the thing down, right? But 1,100 pounds lifting, and some of these guys are at like 500 pounds, 600 pounds. They're lifting up in the air, snap, and it's like something just broke. Another guy, this one is such a cringe. I don't know how much he was pressing, but when he couldn't hold it, but when he put it back, his hand got caught here. There was 4 guys trying to lift this thing off of, oh my God, and you heard the snap too. It busted a whole bunch of stuff. I think his wrist gave away as it crushed it. Oh, cringe factor is 25 out of 10. I swear to God, it's just, I'm like watching like this. It's like, oh, but it also sobers you and realizes you don't overdo it because you could do it with that little weight. It doesn't look like much, but that's 65 pounds when you add up the bar and everything. So, the weight is the weight. Now, some people say you don't add the bar. Some people say you add the bar. I think if a bar is 45 pounds, 40 or 45 pounds, like everybody's saying, I think you should add that because you need to know this. Because you're not at a zero sum there and you can hurt yourself. So you think you load up 120 pounds and you didn't account for the bar. Well, you're at 165 pounds. That thing could come down on you and kill you, you know what I mean? That type of thing. But that said, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm going to wrap it up, get to work. Going to do mostly 5x5s today, maybe a little bit more. I do like what I'm doing right now. I'm juggling between cables, dumbbells, and barbells. So rather than just doing 5x5 of one type of press, what I do is, say, the first set I do with the barbell, the second set I do with the press over here, and the third I might do with dumbbells, and then I might finish off the other 2 with the barbell again. And it mixes it up too, so you're still doing the same exercises, but you're doing them slightly different, and you get more different exercises in, and I like that. So I'm I know I was saying earlier that I didn't like the idea of having to do, like I say, if you add up all the exercises here on these charts, you got 81 exercises and a lot of duplicates. Like, for example, that guy does the bench press, bench press, bench press, bench press, bench press. So, I mean, yeah, okay, you remove 3 of them and you get it, and you can shorten up your workouts. But as I'm finding stuff to replace some of the older exercises that I don't like, the stuff that feels like it's going to hurt something, like hurt my back or my disc or whatever, okay, well, I'll replace it with something that won't hurt that, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to do that, but some of this stuff too, I'm like, okay, well, heavier weight more, with lower reps one day, lower weight with higher reps another day. And I mix it up like that. So I am still working mostly full body workout. At first 10 weeks, I'm just going to full body workout. I'm not in a rush. You know that you have to change it. I do understand you have to change up your program every now and then. But if you have a really good program and you're working everything, let's say you end up doing like 50 exercises in a week, different exercises. Well, you're going to work everything that you need to work out. Then concentrating on stuff like your biceps and your pecs and all that stuff. Okay, yeah, that's going to come later. But I think for now, I'm more going for power anyway rather than aesthetics. But aesthetics are going to come in anyway because you can't get strong without building more muscle, and without building more muscle, you can't take your body's going to take a different shape as you build more muscle. So that type of thing. So the diet thing, I'm going to look at that a little bit later on. I am looking at it now, but I'm going to probably go to a dietitian and work that stuff out. The other things I want to do is, I still haven't done it yet, and if you're in your 40s, you need to do this, is just go get a physical checkout. Yeah, I feel fine and everything like that, but it wouldn't hurt to do some blood work, stuff like that, and see if I'm deficient in something, and then say, okay, well, I can supplement with this to get the most out of it. Maybe the dietitian could do all that stuff too. But that stuff's coming. The little things, yes, I still got to cut out the Pepsi, I get that. But the little things are coming along. So the first 5 weeks in, I'm not really worried about it. But within the first year, I want to have everything really working well. I don't want to do like 5 years of doing everything, and then you wasted 5 years doing something the wrong way. But I am finding better things, better techniques. There's lots of information out there on the internet to find this stuff out. So it's not that hard to do to get you going. But it's overwhelming. Where do you start? Because everybody's probably going to have that same mentality of, I don't want to start, build a really big upper body and then have nothing. The legs is something that I'm trying to really figure out. I found walking lunges tend to work very well for me with the dumbbells, that type of thing. Because we don't have a press machine here. Squats, I like squats. I've tried dumbbell squats for the first time. I like those too. They're a little different. And you get a little bit more range of motion. So I'm doing mixed stuff now. You can say that's muscle confusion and stuff like that. Okay, I'll do a little bit of that too. But the thing is almost every week I'm doing something slightly different from last week. So it's, what is my routine? Well, my routine is that there is no real routine. But there's some stuff that it just seems to be so effective that I'm gonna just keep doing those things because they're so effective. As far as the weight pushing myself, okay, let's say I do dumbbell curls with, we'll say we start off with the big 60-pounders there. Okay, so let's say my rep is 10 reps. Okay, and I could do 3 reps with the 60s. Okay, well, I'll put the 60s down, and I'll grab the 50s, and then I'll do let's say I get another 4 in there. Okay, now I'm at 7. Then I'll move down to the 45s, do the 3. That's one set. So I'm always at the max, and then I start the next set at the 45s. I could do 2, then I go down to the 40s. I do 6, okay, I can't do any more, and then I'll go down to I only have 130 there. Let's say I go down to the 30s, and I go and I do, finish up with that, and then I go down to the 25s. So at some point, let's say I do 5 sets of 10 reps, but I just work my way. I start off with the heaviest I can manage and work my way down, but my muscles are always pushing at their max without overdoing it. That type of thing. And then before you know it, you're going to pick like 25. I could do 10 reps of 5 by 10s, 5 sets of 10 reps with the 25-pounders, no problem. But why not start with a little bit heavier, the one you could just do? You know what I mean? And just push a little bit harder. Okay, you can't do a full 10 reps, but maybe you can do 3. If you can do 3, then just keep dropping off 5 pounds at a time. So you're starting off high and you're working your way down. And I find that is very effective. I think some people do it the other way around. I haven't tried it that way. Maybe I'll try it that way this week, next week, whatever. Start off light and work my way up. But then I'm like, I don't know. Maybe starting off high and working my way down, and I'll just wrap up with this, is this is where this machine is starting to really pay its dividends. I think it has limitations on a lot of stuff. I can't press very much on this for some reason. I think it's just the width of it or whatever. I can maybe get to 70, 80 pounds. I tried 100 and I could barely push it. And it's just like, it felt like it was going to hurt something. So I was like, no. But on that, 115, no problem. I might even try 120 this week on my power day. But 65 is a good weight. 85, I'm probably going to go up to about 85 today. That's a good weight to... But the thing is the first week I was barely able to do 50 pounds, you know what I mean, like that type of thing. And I was using the smaller bar as well. But now I'm using the bigger bar. Again, giving my muscles a chance to get into conditioned for that. So now that my muscles are starting to condition a bit, I've got a long way to go. I'm able to do more weight and start off higher. And if I can't do the whole thing, okay, well, I'll just take it down 5 pounds. So let's say you're starting off at 95 pounds, which is, it's pretty heavy, and you got to do 10 reps. So you do the first 10 reps with 95 pounds, bang, no problem. But the second one, you can only do 9. Okay, well, not, when you take your break, take a small break, pull off 5 pounds and go down to 90 pounds. And then, okay, you finish that one, and then you start with that again. Maybe you do 4, and then, okay, well, take it down to 85 pounds. Or you can complete it with 85 pounds. Stay there until you can. And then on the last set, always go for a plus. So it's 5 by 10, so 5 sets of 10 reps, but the last set is always a plus. If you can get an extra 1, an extra 4, an extra 17, whatever it is you can do, you do that. And then that also, what I find what it's doing for me, and I'll just have to wrap up with this. I didn't mean this video to go this long. But I find it also gives me the ability to, when I come back after my 2-day break, I seem to always be able to start at a higher weight. And it's like you go up, and then you come down a bit. And then you go up, you come down a bit. You go up, it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or maybe 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. But you always seem to be able to push a little bit higher. Now, I'm going to hit a threshold. My weight bounces between... the other day, I don't know what I changed. I think I didn't eat as much or something like that. I went down to 164, and I bounced between 164 and about 172. It seems like I'm bouncing around that weight for some reason. I weigh myself in the morning, weigh myself at night, 2 different weights. Weighing myself before a workout, weighing myself after a workout. I'm not really concerned about the weight. In fact, if I'm like 172 pounds of solid muscle or 185 pounds of solid muscle or 200 pounds of solid muscle, I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Weight is not the thing. I'm more afraid to be too light than too heavy. That type of thing. But it's also, what it's telling me is that my muscle is eating up some of my fat. Now, my spare tire, I still got it, but not too bad. I can see my toes, so that's not too bad. I can feel the chiseled abs, so to speak, underneath my layer of flubber. But I know that's going to be the hardest thing to get out there. And sometimes it's weird. It seems like you bloat up a bit while you work out, and then the next day you're like, everything just sucks in a bit. So I don't know why that is. It is what it is, but it's not. So I'm not conscientious about it whatsoever. But it's just kind of weird how it does it. I guess because the muscles bulk up underneath the fat layer and it makes the fat look more prominent, and you're thinking, oh, I'm not getting anything out of this. But then the next day or the day after, when you're relaxed, it's like your gut is tightened in quite a bit. Maybe it's also too drinking more water. Water would be the big one. I know a lot of these guys, when they compete, they go on a kind of a bit of a starvation diet and a bit of a cutting back on the water to get the leanness. Now, I get that in the summer anyway. When I'm outside in the sun, you're sweating a little bit more. You tend to tighten up in the summertime anyway. That type of thing. So I can imagine by the time summer comes, I'll be walking around with my shirt off a little bit more, getting some color, like that type of thing. I'm also going to be trying to do a lot of swimming this year and all that kind of stuff. So I got lots of stuff coming down. But anyway, I'm going to warm up on that machine, kind of bounce back between the regular weights and that. I do find that is a nice mixture because it seems like each thing gives you something different. So like anything, it's just, for me, the idea is I don't want to neglect anything that I'm working on just due to the fact that I just don't want to be unevenly built. Like, okay, you build this, yeah, you could do curls forever in a day, but then you never work on your chest or whatever. So I just, sticking with these programs probably for the first 10 weeks is not too bad, but I'll figure out, okay, maybe there's 10 exercises that I'll do that are going to do everything. Maybe there's like one exercise, like I discovered an exercise off of that the other day, off that machine that kind of works up quite a bit at once. It just, the way I did it, it just felt like I was working my legs and working my chest, or working my gut, working my shoulders all at the same time. So I'm like, that can eliminate 3 exercises right there. And that one, like I say, it tortures you a bit, so it means it's working, right? But you could do it without hurting yourself. That's the big one. Like, it's like it's a load up on the muscles, but not the joints. And that's the stuff I'm looking for, right? But as I go, I'll show you and stuff like that. So I'm going to leave it at that. I didn't expect this to go on as long, but week 5, day 1. All right, let's get her done.